How's it going, everybody? My name is Ryan45678 and welcome back to the 1976 MR175 Honda Elsinore project. In this video, hopefully it'll be a quick one, not in time required, but in video time. So basically, all I'm going to try to do is prepare this crankshaft to be sent to CWI Crankworks to get it rebuilt, because it's an old crankshaft, and even though it's not had much use, it's old and it's been sitting, especially in water. And one thing I'm going to do, it's got some rust on it. It didn't have that initially. It had that when my brother left the engine outside when it was still his. So it's nothing anywhere important. It's just the outside, because that's all that was sticking out of the engine at the time. And I've had some oil on this for a couple weeks, so maybe it'll be a little bit easier. But first thing I'm going to do is kind of get that off, because I have a feeling, because I didn't mention, I'm going to try to use an evaporust. This is some used stuff, so hopefully it's not too bad. It looks like nasty green kelp shakes or something. But yeah, all that to say, I'm going to try to get the rust off of that thing. So yeah, before we get started, don't forget to leave a like on the video if it's helpful or you find it enjoyable. Subscribe for more projects and especially videos on this MR175. And as always, if you want to support the channel, there are affiliate links in the description below. I'll try to remember to put one for evaporust. It does work especially well on surface rust, and I think it should work pretty good on deeper rust as well. And this is mostly surface rust, I want to say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the grease, because I feel like that might interfere a little bit with the how the evaporust works, because I've tried this. We tried this in the gas tank for this thing. It didn't do much of anything, and I think that may be because it was so much sludged on, caked on two-stroke gas mix. So what I'm thinking happened there was the oil mixed in caused it to not work properly. It also could have been the varnish from the gas too. So those two combined probably didn't help. So I'm thinking oil plus evaporust equals no rust removal. I could be wrong, but anyway, I'm just using some throttle body and air intake cleaner, because that's kind of what this does. It degreases, but it's not super harsh like carb cleaner. Now, just gonna wipe that onto there. Maybe spray a little bit onto it as well. Try not to get too much, because I don't want to breathe it in or soak everything in it, really. So yeah, what I'm planning on doing is just kind of tipping this into it, get the right level. You know, I shouldn't have added so much, but I think it's perfect. And hopefully this stuff isn't too used. So basically, I'm going to use this to protect it, sit it on there. Can't really tell where it's sitting, but I think that's good. It's actually perfect, right at the right level. I'm going to let that sit for at least a day, and we'll come back and see what it looks like. Hopefully the rust will be gone. Alright, y'all, so it's been a little while. It's either been a day or 2 days, I don't remember. But, let's see. That looks better. I could be wrong, but I'm hoping that it is. I'm going to leave this and wipe it off really quick. Honestly, yeah. That does look better. It almost looks like there's no rust on it anymore. It's taken the rust and turned... That's weird, it turned the crankshaft black. Yeah, that's really weird. I don't know why it turned it black, but anyway, it does appear that the rust is gone. Though it does look like there's some remaining rust. So it's not much. And if I oil it, I'm sure it'll kind of go away, maybe. Or maybe if I Scotch-Brite it. It's probably not the greatest idea, but yeah, that's not a great idea. Kind of rough. So I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I'm just going to take that as it is and call it rust removed. And I'm going to spray it down with some oil, or get some kind of oil on it so it doesn't rust in the future. So I just realized / remembered that there's also some rust on these things, the counterweight things. I was able to get some of it off here with the Scotch-Brite, so it's not totally useless on this thing. also probably not the best thing to use. I probably should just use some of that evaporust on here. Which, if I did that, I would have to buy a new container and dunk the whole thing, which I don't really want to do. So that's why I'm doing this. See what I can get. And then put some oil on it to keep the rust from coming back. There's none on this side. There's no more on this side. So we're safe to oil it. And then I can send this thing off to CWI Crankworks, and I'll show you guys the end result when that comes in, which I don't know. It's probably going to take a while. Maybe a few weeks. We'll see. So I think I'm just going to put a little bit of oil in the cap just so I have access to it. And then I'm going to spread it around. This is just some synthetic we had laying around, this 5W20. It doesn't really matter what it is as long as it's oil. It's this is probably way too much right now, but need to get it oiled so it doesn't rust again, ever, hopefully. And plus they tell you to do that, and it's not a bad idea before you send it to them. And most likely I'll do the same thing when I put this in. Not maybe not this kind of oil, probably assembly lube. Just to help things be lubricated right away. Yeah, some of these I may spray something in there to that way it's got some in the holes too, in the places I can't reach with my finger. So for this inner part, I'm going to just take a paper towel, dip it in there, and kind of use it like a brush almost. It's not going to get total coverage, but it'll be good enough, I'm thinking. Yeah, that'll work. Last little bit. I don't really care about this thing, but because it's going to get replaced, but it's whatever. So I'll put some in there and leave it at that. Cool. Yeah, so like I said, I'll send this off and I'll let you guys know what it looks like. Alright guys, I'm back with an update with the crankshaft. It's been a long time. It's been probably more than 6 months, honestly. But we got the crankshaft back. Let me back up before I say that. It's been about 6 months or more since I sent the crankshaft off, not since I got it back. However, it did take about 4 months to get here. So that part was kind of annoying. I could understand why, if they allow people to send them crankshafts from all over the country, they're going to be busy. That's one of the gripes I have about CWI, is that they don't, I mean, if you call them, they're usually pretty responsive, but email them, they'll probably get back to you. But I had to ask, because I was like, I got a shipping confirmation that my thing got delivered. It was like a month later or something like that, and they never heard anything. So it took them like a couple months just to get to it, and then they finally said, yeah, we've got it disassembled, and somebody will call you in like maybe a week. And another 2 or 3 weeks later, they called me and was like, okay, here's what we're going to do. This is how much it's going to cost. But anyway, here it is. This is what they did. rebuild, which is like bearings and stuff like that. They couldn't get the stock rod, which I'm fine with because from my research I've done, they're not very good anyway. So they basically took a KX rod and they had to do a little bit of modification to it. They repaired, I think this seal repair on MagWeb is that rusty area on the magneto side. Well, it's not actually a magneto on the original bike, but anyway. And then the deck the thrust pad area. I'm not actually sure what that is, but it's something I think I think it was something to maybe make the rod fit. But anyway, it's pretty expensive. So if you have another option, you might want to go with it. But I don't mind paying good money for. I mean, it's not like I could find a good crankshaft anyway. All the other ones that I could find used are basically the same as mine. Obviously, they probably hadn't been sitting in water and whatnot. But anyway, let's get to the unboxing. I say that as if I haven't already opened it, but anyway. That is one good thing I do have to say about them, though. They do a good job. They package their stuff really well. Some foam. They tell you on their website how they do it, so it's not like you're going in blind or nothing. So let's just rip this to shreds. And here's our glorious crankshaft. And if you remember what it looked like before, this is a major step up. And they also send you the old stuff. So that's the old crank pin, I guess, which honestly, for somebody that could use it, could still be probably used. Maybe I'll put it up on eBay or something. And then the rod, you probably wouldn't want to reuse that. But if somebody just needed a crank pin, which I'm not sure exactly why you would need just a crank pin, then if any of you guys need one, let me know. I'll probably just send it to you, just pay shipping. But because if there's one thing I hate, it's stuff like this where it's like old parts that from a machine that aren't made anymore, and then you have to like throw it away. Like that's why I was so mad when I busted the cylinder studs on that side case. So anyway, I haven't actually opened this. I don't know if I want to yet because I'm not quite ready to put it in. They got it all greased up, I think. Yeah, it feels like it. So it looks really nice. Yeah, they do. It looks really nice. Maybe I will open it and then just put it back, but it's like sealed, so check out these handy dandy scissors. I was gonna say they're probably worthless. I would that's grease, ew. There you go. I'm sure this is the most exciting part. You guys really want to see me cut open a plastic bag with some crappy scissors. Making sure I get the exact right angle for this. You don't want to miss it. There we go. So I guess technically this is an unboxing because I haven't opened the bag. I don't want to put this on here though. Alright, so now that we've got somewhere to put this, very carefully remove this from the bag. Actually, I'm just going to put it on top. Wow, I didn't realize how nice that bearing looks compared to the old one, but that is nice if I do say so myself. And that actually turned out pretty good. I don't know what any of this means, but anyway, that's what they did to it, I guess, or their notes or something. And I don't know what these are. Maybe this has something to do with when they did it, but I don't think it matters because it's just going to spin. So that looks great. Honestly, yeah, I'm happy with that. And they really did clean up this area right here. It looked pretty bad, but it turned out great. So, and then, yeah, see, this is one of the questions I was having when about installing the crankshaft. I'm pretty sure this just goes flush to the bearing. So I was like, well, how do I know when it's all the way in? But I'm pretty sure that's just what's going to be. So anyway, I think in the order of things, I don't know how the videos are going to come out, but the next thing I'm going to do time-wise, like after this today, is I'm gonna start putting the bottom end back together. Basically, start with bearings and seals, start easy, and then the everything that needs to be in there. I don't want to forget, like the kickstart assembly, and then put it back together and be like, dang it, I got to take it all apart. So yeah, oh yeah, forgot to show the rod. Anyway, that's the rod, and they give you a new bearing. Basically, it's the KX rod, like they said. I guess that's what they did. They had to modify the rod for some reason to get it to fit. So, and then I guess maybe that's the decking that they talked about. Not sure exactly why, but anyway, that's cool. That's awesome. This is going to go a long way in getting us with the bike back together. So yeah, hopefully you guys found this video useful, or at least enjoyed it, because it's pretty cool to see the crankshaft being rebuilt, even though I did nothing on that front, just send it in and paid money. But I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel for more projects and videos on stuff like this MR175. And as always, if you want to support the channel, there are affiliate links in the description below. And also, I always forget to mention this, but non-affiliate links, just to a website called CMSNL. That's where I get a lot of parts. They're pretty cheap, because if you look on eBay sometimes, like for example, the cylinder damper things, they're little rubber things with these little rods inside them. Somebody's got them on eBay for like 10 bucks each. For like the rod, one rod is like 10 bucks. The rubber thing is also like 10 bucks. On CMSNL, it's like 2 bucks for each. So it's a really good place to find parts, in my opinion. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.